everybody, and welcome to Heel Heat. This is our Ring of Honor show for the week. My name is George Coles. This is my tag team partner, C.W. Anderson.
Gary Rhodes, everybody.
And this week's Ring of Honor actually had a theme for the first time. It was a Ring of Scum.
And it was truly a great show.
We start off with the world champion, Kevin Steen, in the ring, about to explain his standing with Scum. Gets cut off by Jay Briscoe, who runs him down, which brings out Steve Corino. Runs down Jay. As he's doing this, Steen gets a little bit of words in and walks away. Corino's in the ring with Jay Briscoe, about to get attacked. Scum runs down, makes a save. The Ring of Honor roster comes out, and we have a scrum to start the show.
It ends up being our first match. It'll be the tag team match.
Yes.
Coleman Alexander versus Titus and Cliff Compton.
I liked it. I thought it was awesome. Rhett Titus, he's someone that I know you're probably sick of me hearing me talk about. But I've been telling Gary about Rhett Titus for the past 2 years, basically, saying how good he is and how much he's improved. Gary's rather new to the Ring of Honor product.
Well, they didn't really do too much with him since I've been watching it because of the whole split up between him and Kenny King.
Yeah.
The more I see the guy, the more I think you're correct on this guy. The guy's got a great build. He's great in the ring, too. It's not like just a bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying?
And Cliff Compton's a very underrated wrestler. I'm glad he's finally getting a shot back in the mainstream without a shit gimmick.
Well, you know, I was telling you when we were watching this, I was like, you know what? Deuce and Domino, to me, was not a bad gimmick at all. It was a hard gimmick to try to get over, and I think they did an excellent job because I was behind their gimmick because I think when they were out, they took over the tag team championship on the first night, wasn't it?
Something like that. But I know they beat London and Kendrick pretty fast.
Yeah, and that was back when London and Kendrick were beating everybody, including the Hardy Brothers.
Exactly. And Titus and Compton end up winning when Compton throws powder in the eyes, which kind of foreshadows the whole rest of the show. Now, coming from that, they went right into, and I enjoyed how they did this. It kind of reminded me of ECW. Without a pause, they went right into Mike Mondo versus Jimmy Jacobs. Excellent
match. And like you were figuring, so was I at first too, that Mondo was probably going to get over since it was his first match back. I was really hoping that, you know, Scum would run the hat trick and win every match. So I was really kind of worried that Jacobs was going to lose this match.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked that they kept the theme going. He rolled him up and held the ropes to cheat to win.
You know, me and you were talking during this match, and we were talking about Mondo's previous gimmick, the Spirit Squad. And the three of them, Kenny, Ziggler, and him, were the best 3 out of the 5, in my opinion. And I honestly think if Mondo keeps doing good, he'll probably finally get out of that.
The stink of it.
Exactly. I would do something different with the hair, though. I know he's trying to do it a half-assed way. I would just do it all dark or something like that, just to try to kill any kind of
connotations.
Exactly, of the Spirit Squad.
Exactly.
But altogether, this was a great match, and it was a good match for him to come back to. I didn't see a lot of ring rust on him.
No, not at all. And he benefits. I think he works out a lot, and he does a lot of training as well. So, and that's why he came back so quickly.
You know who he reminds me of is Skip from the Body Down, Chris Candido.
There you go.
He has he's not a giant guy, but he has a great build.
And he has a great passion for the business, which is why he's still sticking around.
Exactly.
Now, coming off of that, normally we have Inside Ring of Honor.
Not tonight.
But being the All Scum special, it's Inside Scum, hosted by Steve Corino. They did a little background on the guys that have entered. Jimmy Rave, basically saying that Ring of Honor, after he had his drug issues, wouldn't give him a call back.
Cliff Compton kept getting promised from Cornette that he's going to send him up there and never did.
Rhett Titus being pushed to the back after the Kenny King incident. And Matt Hardy not getting the television title shot that he should have got. And you know, the thing about it is, and I know if you guys watch this, I say this a lot, when they have, when they build continuity like this, that really impresses me that they don't, pretty much they don't insult our intelligence. You don't just turn to turn. You turn for a reason. Every bad guy should have a reason that he's bad, whether it be you want to conquer the world, whether you hate somebody and that's what turns you bad, whether, you can't win the big one, so eventually you snap. There's all kinds of reasons that people are evil and, a hired mercenary, everything. I just think that there always should be a reason why you turn, not just an unexplained, oh, now he's fake heel.
And I enjoyed the Inside Scum.
Yeah.
Like you were sitting there saying, it explained all the heel turns, all the returns, and all of the new faces.
Yep.
To me, I think Carino right now is at the perfect spot in his career to be the mouthpiece of this group.
And sometimes wrestler.
And sometimes wrestler. He's not a terrible wrestler. He's a good wrestler.
He's a great wrestler.
I just think he's an awesome talker, man. Yeah. Even when he's on commentary.
I would like to see him as a permanent spot on their commentary team.
Or at least whenever Scum comes out to wrestle, he's on commentary.
Well, kind of like Bobby Heenan used to do. He'd be on the commentary team, and then when a Scum guy comes out, he steps off and manages him.
Sounds perfect.
No, he's better than him.
No, he's better. Perfect. Anyway,
Carino has a world title run.
Yeah, but ECW, that's a gymnasium.
No,
Anyways,
ECW is the reason they're still wrestling.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you keep
AWA died. R.I.P. 25 years ago.
If it was for AWA, you would have no Hulk Hogan, no Hulkamania. Anyway, let's not get that. We're talking about Ring of Honor, not a bingo hall organization.
Exactly that.
Now, we're going to go into the main event, which was B.J. Whitmer, Elgin,
Mike
Elgin, I want to say Dennis, and Jay Lethal.
Is it because he looks like Rocky Dennis?
He does. Versus Carino, because he's given the world champion the night off.
There you go.
Go to the day slot.
Wrestling in a suit.
Exactly. I'm going to take this $800 watch off and put my $5 wrist tape on. And of course, this one partner was going to be Rhino. Then the surprise partner was the wrestling god or messiah he kept calling Hardy.
The wrestling icon.
Exactly. Matt Hardy.
And, we give Matt and his brother Jeff their fair of their crap on our show. Since Matt's been involved in this Scum faction, he's turned it up a notch. To me, and from what I'm seeing, it looks like he gives a shit more. When Matt gives a shit, he's great.
He is. I always thought of him of the Bret Hart of the Hardys. The guy, the one that can actually wrestle. He wasn't the spot monkey like his brother.
So he's going to, in 15 years, he's going to say Triple H only had 4 good matches?
No, he had no good matches. That's what I don't know. But anyways, I always thought that's what he reminded me of when I was younger, when he was a younger wrestler. Because he's not really much older than us. I mean, he just started wrestling on television at like 14.
Yeah.
But like you said, though, when he has the feeling to want to wrestle, he's one of the best wrestlers in the business. And that's why I give him so much shit, because mostly it's just disappointment. Yeah. Since he's been with Scum, he's evolved tenfold.
And it does look like, I don't know if he was battling an injury. Looks like he's putting more effort into his matches. Looks like maybe he just enjoys being the despicable heel. I mean, he's played the character a few times, and honestly, when he's been the despicable heel, has been the most interesting to me. When he did the V1.
V1 was awesome.
When he did this, and when he did when he was part of Immortal.
Mm-hmm. Even when he turned his back on his brother a couple years back.
When he attacked him when everybody thought it was going to be Christian.
Exactly.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good main event. Again, the heels win by cheating. Scum runs the table, beats everybody, beats the Ring of Honor roster. I thought it was an excellent show, and basically we'll go right into it. We rate our shows basically 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. What would you give it, Gary?
I've been harder on a lot of shows, and this show here piqued my interest so much. This being WrestleMania season, this show here
had a WrestleMania feel to it.
It did. It really did. Like you said, it's real fast paced. The continuity was great. I'm gonna give it a 5. Believe it or not.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying 5 all the way. I've loved a lot of the Ring of Honor shows. This has been the best Ring of Honor television show since they moved to my TV or whatever it is, Sinclair Broadcasting, whatever channel you get them on. We get them on a channel called My TV 32. But since they moved to this has been the best Ring of Honor show in my opinion.
It has. I mean, which is the
I wish we could go to higher than 5.
I'm telling you, it was that good. Maybe it could be the disappointment we've had in the other 2 companies and their product, yep. But this to me for last week's, this was the best show last week.
I know. Basically, that's all I gotta say. Is there anything you wanted to add?
Awesome show.
Well, my name is George Coles.
Gary Rhodes.
And this has been Heel Heat.